Hi and welcome back to the Skin Clinic from the PRIISEK channel. Today it's all about the player profile. It's one that we spend a hell of a lot of time in. You don't realise how much time you're in it, to be honest. But we're going to have a deep dive into it today. But please do come over and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and also get notified of future uploads. We're near 1,000 subscribers. Can you make the difference? I do hope so. Come on over. Okay, so today, anywhere that you see a player's name, doesn't matter where it is, whether you're in training, whether you're in the squad view, scouting, doesn't matter where you are, click on a player's name and you will bring up the player profile. Now, with a lot of skins, you get a basic layout, but what is available on 95% of skins, you can change and pick what you want to view. The same is the case with the PRIISEK Pro skins. Same with the PRIISEK Standard Basic as well. You know, you can get it. You can change whatever you want. So today we're looking at Mousel's Club legend Matthew Roberts, and as we can see, first of all, up in the top bar, it gives his squad number, his name, his position, and also the club, current club. Other than that, there's lots of other stuff to go through. This might even have to be a two-parter, to be honest. I don't think we can cover everything in one video. Okay, so we will cover this screen first of all as you see it. We will then move into the other relevant areas above in the second part. So the first part here, picture, beautiful picture of your player, club legend Matthew Roberts, absolute superstar, current ability, his reputation, potential ability. So we can see at 24 he's now a 2.5 star player. He's a fairly good rating for a senior team. He's been an absolute superstar for us, but he is unfortunately on the decline at 24. I know. Contract and position, you'll see it switching around here, look. So position, contract, just keeps switching. His value, valued at £17 million. Height, his date of birth and his age, his weight, wages, how much wages is he on, expiry date of his contract, has he made any appearances for his country? Here's his badge, it's the Welsh badge. So he's made 10 10 appearances for the under 21s, no goals, and he's made 1 senior appearance for Wales. He's also left-footed, very strong with his left foot, very weak, so a bit of a standing foot for his right foot. Now what you'll see in the secondary colour is a little drop down tick here, or drop down arrow. If we click on that, you've got the option. This is for the Pro skin, this isn't available for the standard skin. You've got info pics. So there we go, so the information as well. So it just gives you a broader information and also just looks a bit prettier sometimes. People prefer it. So it's got his name, international caps, weight, height, wage and expiry date, value. So all the things you see down here, but just in a little snippet there. And you also see above that 100%, that's actually his rating for scouting. So obviously if you're looking at a player who's not at your club, that'll be a lot less. Kit pictures. So here we are. Here is Matthew Roberts with his number 10 shirt beside him. Beautiful picture. If we go back there again, it's just a full-size picture. So depending on your personal preference, what you would like to see, you've got 3 different options. Now the first of the boxes that you see, there's so many different boxes here with different information in. We will swap around a little bit what we'll say. So the fixed boxes working across the top. Additional attributes: preferred foot, his personality, media description, reputation, goalkeeper rating, and his traits. So a lot of these are already in these fixed boxes as well. So media description, media handling, personality, homegrown status. So he's trained in nation, he is homegrown. Beautiful. Physical and match sharpness in the boxes across there. Again, these are fixed. These do not move. You cannot move them. Position above there is also another one that is fixed. Tells you where he can play on the pitch. What is his best role? He is a pressing forward on attack. Uses his strength and pace to really make a big difference to the squad for us. Scored a lot of goals for us, which we'll go through that in a bit. And then in the big box in the middle, season stats. So how many games he's played throughout each of the competitions. So he's played in the Carabao Cup twice, scored 3 goals. Premier League 2 appearances, no goals as yet. And he's also had some pre-season friendlies, we can see there as well. And then at the bottom is an overall rating of games played and substitute appearances. Okay, so we'll start off on the left here. So information. So this one gives you the unique ID, his name, date of birth, nationality, or nationality of birth. So he was born in Bromley, our Welsh. I do love these things, how they pop up every so often. So our Welsh international club legend is born in England, Bromley. Righto, lovely. Fluent in English, no other language. So this is the info. Now we've got the mental side of it. Mental. So again, lots of information is repeated, but it just gives you a bit broader information on some of them. So we can see that he's fairly determined, which we've got there already. Level-headed. Morale, very good. General happiness, delighted with the way the club's young players are performing in the first team so far. Reputation, or relationship should I say, so that's the relationship to me, very close. Social group, he's in the secondary social group. He's in the hierarchy as a team leader. Favoured personnel, got a lot of them, myself and some other former managers and backroom staff. Favoured clubs, so he loves Maelsville as well, absolute superstar. Club contract, so he's contracted to us, and his last club was Weymouth. This tells you his agent is, contract signed, when does it expire. So he's got a 5-year deal on £49,000 a week. Ability, so position, potential, his ability, foot, height, weight. And with these you can also change to a few different options. You've got the attribute analyze, you've got biography, you've got club milestones for him, career milestones, career stats, club comparison, form, information which we're in, personal information, which is the same thing but just laid out slightly different, player traits, pros and cons, report, scout report, suitability and tactical familiarity. So if we just click through these quickly, so you can see there's his polygon with all his information on there, and his personal awards and team awards, what he's won in his time at the club. So biography tells you about where he started off and all the information of what he's done. So he actually joined for £14,000 back in 2027, and he's now 5 years on. He's also earned recognition from footballers, so he's got all sorts of awards that he's had over the time as well. Milestones: first international cap 2 years ago, he's not had a cap since. Promoted from the championships via the playoffs, promoted as champions from League 1, champions League 2, Vanarama. So actually when he started with us, where was he? Made his senior debut. So there. So he actually came up from the Vanarama South. So he was with us back then. Absolute superstar he's been for us over the years. Career stats. So 122 goals in 188 games for Mausel. Wow. Amazing player. Club. So you can see where he was trained originally. He was at Fulham. So that's where he started off his career. Never actually played a game for them, but so comparison. So a similar sort of thing to what's over here, as you can see. Comparison. It's one of the ones that I use a lot down there. Form. So this is a form guide. The last 20 games. How well he's done. So you can just click, hover on there, and it shows you the ratings. He had an 8.7 in that last game he played. Really good. Player traits. So again, similar to here, but it's just in a bigger box. But some players have a lot of traits, and it's sometimes nice to get them all through there. Pros and cons. So these are all the pros and cons that he's got. It's saying he's playing at a League 1 level. Oh, he really has gone down. Potential to be good for Sky Bet Championship. So this is the cons. Weakest attributes: crossing the ball. We don't ask him to cross the ball. He's there to score goals. One-footed, we know that. Can only play in one position. Yep. Dressing room fits more into the social group. How's that a con? I'm not really sure. So fans love him. He's good at training. Important matches. Strong areas is pace, playing style, form, individual personality. He's a strong player, and he's also got a second nationality of English. So, as I was saying, some of these things are relevant, some of them aren't. It's depends on where you want to put them on your skin. So this again is similar to this one over here, just downsized slightly, gives you a bit more information about the pros and cons, just gives you the detail rather than to have to hover on them. Scout report. So this gives you a bit more in-depth of the scout report. So just tells you all of the information. Suitability. So we can see a bit like comparison, the suitability to the role. So it says he's a fringe player who can still improve. We will not be selling this lad. Tactical familiarity. So we can see that he is very familiar with our tactics that we play here at Mausel. I will stick that one back to my normal one that I have, which is information. like I was saying, like personal information, it's slightly different. But again, it's all dependent on how you wanna view it. But I just normally stick on that one there. Right. These boxes here, top one, this one here, and this one here, all have exactly the same information. So it doesn't matter which one you go on, they've all got the same info within them. So we'll use this one as the example. So as we can see, the attribute analyzer, there it is, all the analysis of what they've got, and also the personal awards again. Awards just on themselves. Biography again, same as what's over here. Career milestones, career stats, the club information again, comparison. There's the form again, look. So again, it's just spread out a bit better in this screen. Depends on which ones you want to go, which preference. Personal preference is a lot of things here. Player status is fully fit. Player traits. Pros and cons again. So report. Scout report. Suitability. Tactical familiarity, and also training. So what is he focused on training at the moment? Again, this one's a bit more in depth over here with the training, and you can also change from this screen as well. So we will put that back to our usual information. So our scouts reports, we do like the information there. So I think it was on that, was it on comparison there? Got me thinking now. Yes, normally on reports. Right, so those three are all the same through there. These two here, all exactly the same. So you can have exactly the same information through these two. So we will do with the left hand side one. Start at the top. Again, the attribute analysis. Bans. Has your player got any bans? Is he a naughty boy? Career achievements. Career stats. Coaches summary. So again, same as the scouts really. Your comparison, just slightly different to the other one. Contract, it's in there, but yeah, we can see it here. We're not. If anybody really wants to put it there, it's up to them. Eligibility, he can play for England. He can also, he's home trained at Fulham. Fitness, again, the fitness is up here, so we don't really need to see that, but it's just another option for people. Form, so you can see the form, same as down here, but just on a bigger scale. Same with form 20, so you got your 20 game form. Play games in that position. So striker, if you had a different player, for sake's sake, let's find someone who's played in many positions. I don't know if we've had anybody actually played many positions this season. Sambo maybe. He's not actually played a game for us yet, so it's just it's probably not a good one to go for. Luca. No. I'm just trying to think of a player who's actually played, because right at the start of the season. There you go. Irwin. Just played up front 6 times. He's also played left wing 6 times. Scored 5 goals as a striker. So looking at him, he's probably better off being a striker at that little snippet there. Happiness. General happiness of the player. Individual training, that's the one I normally have here myself. Injuries, again, that's the one I normally stick over here. It just tells you the injuries that they've had. Nationality. So this lad being Brazilian, he's completed 81 days in the UK so far. Doing rather well for us. Player traits, again, same as over here, just slightly different box. So, playing pathway. So we've agreed that he'd be a star player, and he's happy with the amount of games he's been playing, so that's good news. Preferred moves, again, player traits, but these are not changeable, this one. Progress, oof, dropped off a cliff. We need to sort this lad out. That's something we do need to do. Report, again, a bit like the report you get there, but just in a slightly different version. Season stats, it's the same as what you get there, but it's just a bit more information. How many fouls, and all in there as well. Just a slight variation of the one above. Training, just the basic training, and training, the transfer status. So we'll put that back to individual training. Now these 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, these all have the same. You can interchange them to what you wish to have yourselves as well. So again, attribute analysis, bans, career milestones, career stats. So this lad, he was at DC United for a little bit. Very good player. So there's coach's summary, comparison, contract. Is there even anything different? I think these are all pretty much the same. So you probably get the gist of where I'm going with this at the moment. This is the basic part of the player profile. And like I said, this is going to be broken down into a couple of videos because we've got a lot to cover yet. There's a lot to cover. So we can see in here, you can also change, this is the last window that we're going to show in this part of the video. You could change these if you wished to be the attribute analysis in there, and also attributes in boxes. Some people like to see a box rather than the straight colours. Personal preference, again, is totally up to you. The one thing I will say, the coloured bars only appear on this version. If you go into the attribute boxes here, you then have to click, let me get this right, in here you have to say what role that they're playing to actually get them to highlight. It's a little glitch that's been going on with it forever. I don't know why it does it. It's just every skin, I've not seen a skin yet that has both attribute boxes and attributes working. It's something I've been looking into, but it just doesn't seem to work. Whether it just doesn't, the skin just doesn't like it, or the game doesn't like it, should I say. So again, personal preference. What do you prefer? You know, do you want to see that? Not really, but it's in there. Attributes or attributes in boxes. What do you reckon? It's your own personal preference. You have to make the decisions at the end of the day. But if you've enjoyed part 1 of player profile, which I hope you have, because that's been quite an in-depth 24 minutes of a video so far, and there's a lot of information there, but to me it makes the skin absolutely amazing. And I love information. I'm an information nerd myself. I just love looking at all these stats and facts all the time. So please, if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget also, smash those like buttons and notify that bell for future uploads from the Skin Clinic at the PRIISEK channel. Thank you very much, and catch you for part B soon.